smell the bones of an Englishman.
Fee-fi-fo-fum, crossbones, swords, and a bottle of rum. Heave-hi-ho-hum, no rest for the lily-livered pirates scum. From the dawning of the day to the drowning of the sun, no rest for the lily-livered pirate scum. Salt on my tongue from the spray of the sea, drunk on the sun beating down on me, bound for a treasure that's never been seen, where dead men lay their bones. Blood on my hands from the pull of the rope, no wind in our sails so we have to row, and it's heave ho to the locker you'll go, where dead men lay their bones, where dead men lay their bones. Fee-fi-fo-fum, crossbones, swords, and a bottle of rum. Heave-hi-ho-hum, no rest for the lily-livered pirate scum. From the dawning of the day to the drowning of the sun, no rest for the lily-livered pirate scum. Shapes in the shadows wanna swallow us whole. The roar of the kraken tries to pull us below, so it's heave ho to the locker we'll go, where dead men lay their bones. Captain Jack throws another one back. He finishes a bottle while we're breaking our backs, so it's I cap until we give him the sack, where dead men lay their bones. Fee-fi-fo-fum, crossbones, swords, and a bottle of rum. Heave-hi-ho-hum, no rest for the lily-livered pirates scum. From the dawning of the day to the drowning of the sun, no rest for the lily-livered pirates scum. Way, hey, and up he rises.
Okay. It should be working. Can you hear me? Say so if you can. Birdmaster, what's up? Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, shoot, there was a whole mini there. The backup. Good. All right. So I got references ready. I gotta prime these guys. So, Son of a Dungeon Season 3 is happening, and I am painting a bunch of minis for Corridor Digital. And then next week we're shooting the first session. All right. That's the mission. Where's my paint? It's right here. Why does the OBS Facecam say camera for OBS Studios? Oh, because I'm not paying for the app. So it's watermarking it. It's like $10 a month, and I was like, I'm good. You guys can see what I'm using. Sam Kent's in the house too. I was wondering why this paintbrush was so stiff. It's covered in gold paint. I don't even have water. All right, hang on. I'm gonna grab water. Hang out. So, yesterday we cleaned up the minis. I got a little boo-boo because of it. And now we should be good to actually paint them. Let's get all these knives out of my way. Not put them away, just out of my way. Okay, get this. Grab a good brush for priming. How's everybody doing? Hyped for Sode? Yeah, I mean, Sam called me before he talked to anyone else in the studio. It was like one of those random calls on a Friday night. Sam calls you, and I'm like, this might be Son of a Dungeon related. And then we talked for 2 weeks. Off and on, texting and then phone calls, just bouncing ideas around on both the technology that Sam is really excited about and plot, story opportunities, how to update the plot for the characters from the previous ones if we need that. Are there going to be new characters? What does that look like? Who or what is the villain? What's the story? Because we left it open, but we also did a nice curtains close at the end of season 2. And then I recorded all of it and transcribed it so we have a doc of what we talked about. Should I prime it black first? If I do the water painting... What I hate about the chat box on iPad or tablet is that there's this big, huge heart emoji in the way of me reading, and it's really weird. Is it even clean? I don't think this is clean. I know I have like 20 of these. But for the life of me... All right. It's overexposed. A little bit. Just a little bit. Still enjoying the new space? I mean, yes and no. I keep forgetting to clean it, so it gets me angry. I just I gotta post some photos, but I'm logged out of my Instagram. But just did a graduation improv show for my 201 class. Your boy's been out and about improving some skills, playing some games. Them improv games. There we go. Yeah, I haven't streamed a lot because I just needed to choose my timing. Or my time. What's up? No? Different door. Choose My Time, and we've been editing a lot of Fables D&D games to have a bi-weekly schedule happen. So I was like, well, I need to dedicate my time rather than scatter it and feel frustrated. But I felt like this was a good opportunity to stream and paint. Where's my base? I used to have it. I know I have a grip somewhere. It's probably down here. I say that. See, mess. Is it just floating around? I don't know where half my stuff is right now. I mean, it makes sense it'd be down here under the desk. Found it under the desk. If I can just... Of course, Sam, you had to print it at this obscure base size. Why you gotta do this to me, Sam? There we go. All right. Yeah, we're just waiting for final art and some last minute ADR voiceover for like intros and outros. And then we're going, the goal is to start launching the every other day schedule soon.
Would you like more coffee?
I'd like some coffee.
Coffee.
Coffee. Look, I have this like robot vision. No matter what, I can never get a perfect shot doing it by myself. There you go. First person, just missed a few spots. Straight up Batman mode. Batman. Okay. Couple spots on the top. I've been playing some D&D off camera, which is nice. Just hanging out with friends and playing low stakes D&D. Or I should say Shadow Dark. Mostly with my improv friends, and yeah, just fleshing out the setting a bit with some low stakes and different style of play. It's been a lot of fun to play D&D like a normal person versus just recording it. Anyone watching the HBO It series? It's all that's on my mind right now. It's from the same writers, producers, and director from the what is it, 2017 two-part movie? The TV show takes place like 27 or like whatever years before the movie. And only the first episode has dropped. The second episode drops on Halloween. And man, that first episode. Go watch it. Let's see, for horror warnings, I would say it has body horror, gore, cosmic. Yeah, I would. That's probably my best warnings without spoiling. run a one shot with some friends over the holidays. Just a long night game, or maybe a few nights. Who has played D&D, played or DM'd? Is there a beginner focused pre-built short campaign you'd recommend? If you're going to play 5e, I would just I'd play Shadow Dark. Yeah. Let's see. I mean, this is actually a lot of work to adapt it. But you can get this Ravenloft. I adapted it for Shadow Dark. It's pretty easy. You can actually find quite a few videos if you're going to DM where people have turned that into more for Shadow Dark or turned it into like a one night game. It's basically the Curse of Strahd game that you've heard of. The official Curse of Strahd is super big, it's super bloated. This is the original, like, designed for a Halloween-esque weekend game. Your players show up to a village. Some spooky stuff is happening. We got some witches, we got some werewolves, we got some zombies, and we got vampires. And then the climax is you go to the vampire's castle. So I would look into how other people run it. There's, I think, Sly Flourish has a great video on adapting it for Shadow Dark. And then Dungeon Craft has a video on turning it into a one-shot and things to cut. So, you know the rules of the game, right? You're essentially improvising as characters, and you're trying to solve the mystery, and you roll dice, right? It's pretty much that simple. I'm painting off camera. Like the professional I am. You can also look at the starter kit, not the most recent starter kit for 5e, but like the original starter kit. I say that because that's the one I know. It has a lot of additional plot options in it, which you really don't need. It's people are trying to deliver something to a town. They get ambushed by goblins. They get to the town, assuming they survive, and they find out the person who hired them is missing. They go to find him at a goblin cave, and you can even swap that NPC out if you want. And then it could be that simple of an adventure. You just use that opening chapter. And if you guys have never played or DM'd some goblins as monsters with bugbear or an orc, it's pretty classic fantasy. Easy for a first time. Bandits are very noob friendly. Yeah, man. It's it's kind of like anything. uh you can watch some videos, read, uh talk to your friends and kind of just wrap your head around it. But then you just got to dive. You just got to go in just like training for a marathon, training for boxing, doing improv, just going to the gym, learning a skill. It just at a certain point, you just gotta do it. I can't get the back of his cloak on the inside. Such a weird angle. No, that's not doing it. Different brush worked. Dungeon Masters Guild. It's just a place to. If that's the DMG, that's just where to buy adventures. You can also do Drive-Through RPG, which is more of independent. The Dungeon Masters Guild, every sale goes to a part of it goes to Hasbro. Not to say there's not some nice adventures in there. I think if you look up, there's these one-page adventures. We ran one on the channel once as Kobolds. It's literally 1 page long, and it will take up hours of your day. Also, how Dungeon Masters Guild works is the creators don't own it when they upload it there. They technically upload it, and now it belongs to Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast. So that's why Wizards of the Coast makes the money off of that. And that has a lot to do with how the website's set up. It's kind of like the Amazon of D&D adventures. There we go. Well, this guy was pretty easy. He's just a big old round boy. Double check the ones I've already done. This guy's got no base.
Coffee.
Coffee?
Coffee delivery.
Coffee. Thank you.
Enjoy.
Mmm.
You can go in there.
Yums.
I'll leave it open to you.
I haven't played Magic since... I almost played it in community college, but I played it originally, I think, in junior high. Community college, I instead played the Resident Evil card game, and the Star Trek card game. I think there was a third one in there, but those were the two that we generally played. What up, Russ? Come on, buddy, you gotta stand up. I know, right? If I had weights. I don't want to use these. Probably put some magnets on the bottom. Yeah, I gotta tell Sam to stop printing such very thin bases. It's like you're asking for them to break. Oh no, did the staff break? No, it's just looks broken. Finish up this guy. Probably gonna make this guy a little bit more classic robot looking. I don't know. Make him more robot or more ancient. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna make him more of an ancient rustic robot. Like maybe the inner joints can be metal, but the outer shell is like more organic. And then the detail lines can be like gold. I'm thinking the two golems with spears, I could do them very elemental like. Very similar to how I've done these. And then that's fire. But then if I do ice for the other guy, I should probably also bring my elementals with me to the shoot, just in case Sam wants to go hog wild. All right, so we have some art direction. So I just painted his base just a little bit, so he's gonna wait. We got Lord Humphrey. These aren't the real names. Lord Humphrey, Prince Brute, Prince Brooding, and we got these four guys. Hungry Whistler, Dude in the Shadows, Wish He Wasn't There, Looking for Something to Lift. I think so. We put black on it. Now we want to put a coat of white over them, kind of just like dry brushing downward to have a sense of light. The hope is that it impacts the brightness of the color that I put on top. So let's clean these brushes. This camera is so weird sometimes, guys. There we go. Yeah, does that look good to you guys? Kobe. Yeah, that's a good name. Okay. Don't have to worry about missing a train stop. That's pretty funny. Funny to me. Great. So now you can kind of see a lot of that detail work. This also kind of functions as like a beta test on painting them. So I get to see where the brush strokes go. Tyler. The black paint is still a little wet on this guy. Grain out my white. There we go. How have I been? Been busy. That's how I've been. 9-year-old, my 9-year wedding anniversary today. Congratulations. I've been editing a lot of Fables, editing a lot of Corridor, and some other people's stuff. But, yeah, more stuff is coming to the channel. We have a big launch. Ideally is to go, like, you know, it's 9:51 a.m. The goal is to have bi-weekly releases. We're going to try to start launching that soon over here. And, you know, the title of this video. Son of a Dungeon. Son of a Dungeon's happening. Next week I'll be in Los Angeles to shoot the first session. And then the rest of the game we're going to shoot at the top of the year, giving Sam some time to test some ideas out in post-production, as well as get like a vibe of just some editing. Yeah, that's kind of the plan. That's what's been going on. I haven't been streaming a lot because wanted to edit so much. I have to choose my time. Graduated my Improv 201. Still doing boxing. Still working out basically every day. Occasionally not so on the bad days. I did the 5K. I'm a big boy now. But yeah. I've been busy. I just don't post on it. There we go. You know, for your 9-year anniversary, what you can do is watch the HBO It show. Not sponsored. But it is really good. Same writers, directors, producers from the 2-part movie from 2017. Get those toesies. Wandering Storm. Thank you very much. I'm glad I'm doing well as well. There we go. Yeah. This guy's coming out great. Did I design these pieces? No. So, Sam had a new approach to designing these minis. So what we did was I wasn't a part of it. I'm painting it. So what Sam did was have the players do a pose that represents their character and took a single photo. Then took minis that were similar to the final piece that the players want it to be, then had that go through some type of VFX AI generating tool to then take their pose and skin it as the character based off also the descriptions that the players had. And then from that photo had another tool turn it into a 3D model, and then from that 3D printed it. I'd like to get back into regular streaming. I just got to. How do I feel about it? I like doing it. I think sometimes it feels like I don't have something to stream about, and that kind of like slows me down. And it's just really about making sure that I fit it into my schedule and I feel good about it. Like right now, it's super chill. Setup's not that bad. I have something to do, which is paint these minis. Sometimes my crafting projects get out of hand, which then gets discouraging. Yeah, it's just about balancing and managing my schedule. But I do want to do it. Like, Allie, Chris, and I were talking about a game that I really want to run, and they really want me to do it, but the problem is I feel like I still need to get all the ones that I've already recorded, edited, and out, so that way I don't feel like I have a backlog. I feel like what you guys are getting is out of focus. What you guys are getting is fresh, and like we just recorded this week. Here it is, and we were still able to put an incredible amount of production quality into it. So yeah, I want to stream more. I just want to manage my schedule right. And I felt like if I streamed painting these guys, it'd be a good on-ramp getting back into it, as well as helping me think about what my schedule could be. Designing minis in Hero Forge. Love it. Is this guy bald? Yeah, he is bald. Something that's helped, actually. Ooh, let you dry. Something that's actually helped a lot with the editing is disabling the video and just doing audio only, but at the same time we put art on the screen. of the characters and everything like that. Oh my god, so much more freeing. So much easier to edit and make it more impactful. Okay, this big boy. Look at the details that come out on this guy. I think Sam said this character that I'm holding right now is his favorite character that he's ever got to have at the table. And I don't mean and we were talking about it. It's not in like a mechanical, like badass way. It is a story character way. There we go. Fantastic. Look at the details on that. Don't break. Stiff. So if I wanted to make these guys like elemental, I think it'd be cool to make a fire guy and an ice guy. I don't know if that's what Sam wanted me to do, but that's what I'm doing. Because he didn't send me reference for these guys. So fire, the cracks have to be brighter than the outside. So this guy's gonna get just some blobby paint. And the outer shell is going to be cold, like obsidian almost. Why do I have a camera for OBS Studio Watermark? Because I'm not paying for the app. It's like $10 a month. And I'm like, meh, I'm good. And all the app does is it allows me to send the camera feed from the phone to over NDI over to OBS. Yeah, so for some of them, I have artwork. For this guy that I'm holding, these like spear dudes, they do not have artwork. I'll show you in a second. Let me get this guy all plastered up. It needs to be white in the cracks. If it's going to be a fire or magma-like dude, there are no shadows in the cracks. It's all light. Yeah, if you were to do elementals, it's the same. Fire and wind function that way, where the lightest parts are in where the shadows would be. And if you're going to do water and earth, the shading is more natural, where shadow would exist in the cracks. And the reason why it works that way for fire is because the exterior would be colder. Think of magma in that way. The closer you get to the core, the brighter it is. And the reason it works that way for wind is because the further to the outside of wind or a cloud, or the denser it is, the darker it gets. The thinner it is, the lighter it is. But when you're thinking of like an elemental, the outside can have more debris and dirt. There we go. Cool. Yeah, so we have these for examples. I put so much black paint here. It's not needed. So this guy's going to be an ice person. Now it is about making sure that the light's on the outside, not the inside. Oops, bumped the camera. So do you mostly play medieval fantasy or do you play sci-fi as well? I've played Star Wars 5e. We have a 4-part one shot on it. We also played Alien. We have a 4-part on that. I really enjoy sci-fi. I mostly play fantasy right now because I'm into Shadowdark. I do have the scratchings of diving into sci-fi. I have kind of like a first draft setting that is built around using not gravity, using black hole Dyson satellites and Dyson rings to absorb energy from black holes to power a space traveling society. And I've looked at some other sci-fi systems, and I think I'm just going to reskin Shadowdark. I like the system of Shadowdark. I can reskin my how do I call it? Clock. Oh, my umbral clock. I can my brain. I can reskin my umbral clock, which is kind of a ticking time doom clock to encounters. I can reskin it to also be a sanity clock, so you can have some of that cosmic horror element in there as well. Reshape the classes to fit what they would be for sci-fi. Make it super easy. Change the weapons around. And just do a first draft of that. And I think that would be fun. So yeah, this guy is going to be ice. You can see what I mean. Like, in the darker crevices is going to be darker. Armor is space suits. Torches. The torch system for Shadowdark works really well for space because you can use that for flashlights. You can use the torch system as an oxygen system. Actually, I would use... I'd probably use the umbral clock that I made to help do oxygen if you're in a spacesuit. Then have a sanity clock. Then torch system for light. Rations. Pretty simple there. Yeah, I've thought about it. I thought about spaceships designs. I've thought about faction designs. I'm just kind of stuck. Do I want to make it a dystopian setting, or where you are trapped in a dystopian setting, kind of like Alien? Or do I want a utopian setting, very much like Star Trek, where the of the game is more so of exploration, and you're finding forces, and there are factions out there that want to end the utopian experience for their benefit. So that's kind of where I'm like, I don't know which one I want to do. Do I want to play in a setting that's really grim and dark while I'm also doing that in real life? Or do I want some hope? Are you out of focus? No, you're not out of focus. And I think something that holds me back from diving deeper into it right now is the fact that I have so many games I need to edit, and I'm trying to hold back my creativity so I can be patient with myself and get my current projects done. Because if I can get it done, I can do a weekly game. Do a sci-fi game and a fantasy game. No problem. Look at this guy. So cute. So weird. Okay, then you're still drying, so I need to wait for you to dry. Cool. So let's put you there. I started with you, so you're the most dry. This fucking big guy. Okay. Thoughts. My brain. What do we got? How long have I been streaming? Oh, a little bit more than an hour. Okay. So my thought is, let these dry. What is it? Tuesday? No, frickin' Wednesday. Okay. Schedule. I drive out on Sunday. If I was to let these dry, what does that mean? Tomorrow night we're going to a concert with Halloween makeup, so I can't stream tomorrow night. Could I stream tonight? That's a possibility. Friday's busy. Very busy. But I have to stream in the morning to get this done. And then Saturday, I can stream for a couple hours rather than just 1 hour. Cool. Painting itself, so we have base layers now set up. What we want is to now start adding color. Let's get this out of my way. So I think the first thing to do is paint skin tones. That's gonna be the first thing to do. We got some green with a little bit of red. We have the classic light tone. We have a red tone. Kind of a tan tone, light tan. What is this text? Oh, get out of here. We have an ultra pale person. Don't know why, but that seems to be very specific. Maybe make him dark skin rather than light skin, just to mix it up. And then this guy's specific. Okay. So we start with skin tone and then we go on to clothes. We don't necessarily want to do clothes at the same time as skin. Gray, blue, green, blue, blue, red, browns. Okay. And then I gotta paint the base. The base... These 4 bases are specific colors. He has a specific base color. These don't have specific base colors. So I will make them kind of match the theme of the character. And the bases are like the last thing. Yeah, I think I'll spend a couple more minutes patching up some stuff that I see for just looking down at the mini. And let it dry for the day. And then in the evening, spend an hour painting. And I can stream that tonight too. Yeah. Cool. So the top of his head should just be white. Because it's a tin can head. There we go. Tin can? Yeah, tin can. Sergio! What's up? If no one knows, Sergio in the chat has been drawing a shit ton of character art for the channel. I think you started on Lost Mines of Colossus. You had the red dwarfs, the green orc, the half elf archer, and the gnome wizard. Since then, many more characters have been made. Sergio, you are a baller. Does this guy have hair? Yeah, okay. So let's just kind of chrome out those shoulders a bit. There we go. Simple touch-ups. Cool. Falls over. Great. So yeah, I think next step, let it dry. I will get that on my face. I will stream tonight and do an hour on getting them to the next step. That makes the most sense to me. Other than that, I got to get to work and start editing. So thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out with me. And hope to see you later today, tonight. Maybe you might be asleep. Who knows where you are. But I definitely will also stream tomorrow morning, too. So, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Subscribe if you want. You don't have to. Have a great rest of your day, afternoon, evening, and of course, good night.
Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the bones of an Englishman.
Fee-fi-fo-fum, crossbone swords and a bottle of rum. Levi-o-hum, no rest for the lily-livered pirate scum. From the dawning of the day to the drowning of the sun, no rest for the lily-livered pirate scum. Salt on my tongue from the spray of the sea, drunk on the sun beating down on me, bound for a treasure that's never been seen, where dead men lay their bones. Blood on my hands from the pull of the rope, no wind in our sails so we have to row, and it's heave ho or to the locker you'll go, where dead men lay their bones, where dead men lay their bones. Fee-fi-fo-fum, crossbone swords and a bottle of rum. Levi-o-hum, no rest for the lily-livered pirate scum. From the dawning of the day to the drowning of the sun, no rest for the lily-livered pirate